All right, so here we go. I want to say hello to everybody who is here tonight, and I really want to say thank you for all these incredible questions. It was an overload of questions, that's for sure, but the quality of the questions was fantastic. Tonight, I'm just going to get through some that I've picked out that kind of cover everybody else's questions as well. The rest of the questions, I'm going to personally finish off the answers so you'll have them by the end of the week because they're fantastic. So I'm really sorry if I'm not going to read your question out tonight, but I think that you'll learn a lot from the questions that I've picked because they do cover a lot of bases. I'm going to talk a little bit first about NTC and what it is. If some of you have just joined the journey and this is new for you, we've got a couple of bases. So Berlin, of course, we've got our studio here. So if you ever stop by, you have to come and join one of our classes. You can always sign up through the link and just follow the Facebook page because we always have our events on there, and that's the easiest way to communicate with everybody. We have 26 to 28 classes a week covering from yoga to get lean, get toned, get strong, get focused. And you can reach out to each class and you'll see written underneath what workout from the app that's going to be, and the teacher's going to play around with those exercises. So you have a little bit of a warm-up before you get in there and have a great sweat session with them. I'm going to talk a little bit about me as well. So my name's Alex Hipwell, if you don't know me yet. And I'm the Nike Master Trainer here in Germany. And I want to say all around the world because I don't feel like we're just based in one country. And I travel a lot, and I have had an amazing opportunity to be working with NTC and women's training with Nike for the last 3.5 years. It's definitely my dream job. If you get to know me or you get to train with me, I think I ooze it out my sweat, how much I love what I do and how much I like to impact all of you beautiful girls. I'm a mum as well, very proud one. And I also do, as a hobby, a lot of sport. So I have bodybuilding on the side, which sounds a little bit scary, but it's not. It's actually very feminine. And I try and prove that every time I step on stage. So that always helps me have a goal. And that's a very important thing for me, which I try and project onto all of you as well, is that you need to have your own goal that's yours, that you can focus on, and that you can hold in your hands, and that you can create your little journey with. So that's what I do in my own time. It keeps me focused, keeps me motivated, and it inspires me to be a better version of myself every day because I need to improve on certain things to get up there and make myself proud. Again, I want to say how excited I am about tonight, and I hope this is a successful question and answer night because I feel it's a little bit more personal, and I feel like I can reach out to you and you can see me and you can hear me, and by answering your questions, I feel like I'm talking to you personally, and this is definitely what it's about and what NTC is all about, to join this community together and make you feel special together. Okay, so no laughing. I'm actually going to read your questions out in German. So you know that it's your question that I'm reading, all right? And then I will answer them in English. Wie motiviere ich mich in der Winterzeit Sport zu treiben? Winter is hard to stay motivated, okay? When you wake up in the morning, it's dark. When you come home, it's dark. And no one really likes to do sport when it's dark. So that's going to be your first challenge, is just the weather in itself. Okay, so as soon as that sun comes out, it's a different feeling. But the thing is, this is how it is here. This is our winter, it's long, so we need to move that excuse out of the way. All right, so first of all, just because it's dark, it doesn't matter. Your music stays the same. You are always going to feel good after that run or after that training session. So I suggest getting things done in the morning because the day always gets a little bit more gloomy throughout the day, bit more heavier, And when that sun starts going down around 4:30 in the afternoon, the last thing that you really want to do is go for a run. So get up in the morning. It is fresh. It's crisp. It's going to make the rest of your day fantastic. Grab a partner. Make sure or ask them that you're going to meet them somewhere. So if there's two of you and you know that you've got to meet someone, you don't want to let them down and they don't want to let you down. So having a training partner is always going to be a fantastic motivation. You can push each other in different ways. One thing, maybe a run, is easier for you. And for her, maybe a training session is easier for her. So if you do a run and a training session, you're always going to motivate each other to make sure that you turn up. So sign up or jump in together at the gym. Get your app, it's right there. So there's your personal trainer. It's always in your pocket. Just put it next to the wall, because I know in all the gyms you've got these stretching areas, all these functional training areas. So set your little stations up, get the weights that you need if you want to work with weights, put your app on and do it together. And that's going to be the best motivation that you can have, okay? And we never regret a workout, do we? No. So, but you will regret not doing it, so do it. Okay. Training. Ist es okay, Ausdauer und Kraft an einem Tag zu machen? Definitely. Absolutely. Don't be scared to do your cardio and your weight training or your functional training on the same day. It will always depend around your goal. So if you're trying to build a bit of muscle and you're quite a small frame, so you're a little bit thinner and you want to put on a little bit of muscle, then don't do too much cardio, because that's going to, of course, burn the calories that you want to feed to your muscles. So always with these questions, have a think about what your goal is. So I suggest that while we're sitting here, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to write down right now what your goal is. If you don't have one, then think about it throughout the next half an hour. But if you do have one, write it down again. As soon as you see that goal and you can focus on it, then you can start working towards it. So if you do want to build a little bit more muscle, then I would suggest having your cardio only just a couple of times in the week. But don't be afraid to do your cardio and your weight training on the same day, as long as you've got the energy for it. And for me, for example, I would do my cardio after my weight training. So you want to have the energy to be able to push some weight around, and then you go into your cardio. If you do your cardio first, you're going to be a little bit more exhausted to move into your weight training. You'll be a bit tired and maybe lose a bit of motivation, okay? So just pop that cardio training after your weight training if you want to put it on the same day, okay? Ich schaffe es nicht, meine Bauch flach zu trainieren. Ha! Ich schaffe nicht. No. Okay. Doing crunches, 500 to 1,000, is not going to give you a flat stomach. Eating chocolate and cookies is not going to give you a flat stomach. I know you're probably sitting there thinking, but I do eat healthy, and I don't just do crunches. Do you really eat healthy? Do you really drink enough water? Sometimes, if our body holds too much water, then of course it's going to be here on our stomach, sometimes in our arm and around our face. So make sure you're drinking between 2 and 3 liters of water a day. That's going to help flush the water out of your body. Be aware of your nutrition. So make sure you're eating quite clean. You're hitting all the great varieties of food, from lean proteins to vegetables and some carbohydrates and some good fats. So don't be afraid to have those good fats in there too. That's going to help make you feel more satisfied. And then you won't eat as like a huge amount of food. When it comes to having a flat stomach, it is very, very hard. So don't take it personally and don't think that you're not trying hard enough, because you are. Flat stomach is sometimes genetical. So you see some girls who have this amazing six-pack. I see it all the time. I'm like, I do more work than you. Where's mine? So with me, for example, it comes down to my nutrition. If I can really eat very, very clean and just maybe have a treat meal here and there on the weekends, keep my alcohol consumption very low, because that's not going to benefit you at all, then my stomach is normally pretty flat. So, but don't be too hard on yourself. Trust me, once you've got a six-pack, you'll be worried about something else that you don't have. You'll have your six-pack and you won't really care about it anymore. So as long as you're healthy and you're keeping your diet really clean, that's going to help your stomach flat out. If you still can't get there, maybe have a look at if you're eating too many milk products. Sometimes milk products can give you a little bit of fluff on your belly. Wie viele Stunden pro Woche sollte ich mindestens trainieren? Again, that comes down to what's your goal. So I hope you've all written your goal down on your paper. I would say to anyone, mindestens 4 Stunden, so 4 hours a week. So when you go training, make it worth it. Go for an hour, but don't just go in there with not really an idea what to do. So you're on the way to the gym. In your bag is what? Your training outfit. So you know exactly what's in your bag. Your shoes, your tights, your bra, your shirt, your drink bottle, your towel. So know what you're going to do when you get to the gym as well. Don't just walk in there with no plan. So you go in there and after like half an hour you've been fluffing around and walking here and looking on your phone. No, you set your goal. You're going in, today's going to be craft training, or you want to do half an hour weight training and half an hour cardio. Okay, make sure you've got your plan written down. If you're unsure, that's where you come in and ask us again, okay? And we can help you out. Again, with your app, it's the same thing. Turn your phone on flight modus or silent or whatever, and go in there and do your workout. So 4 hours in the week is great. If you want to add a bit more muscle or if you wanted to lose a bit more weight, again, it's going to come down to what your goal is and then what you're going to need to do. But if you can hit maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, fantastic. If you can't do that and you can't find the time for this, which I think you always can, but some people find a way not to, 45 minutes in the day, as long as you get it done, and don't take the elevator, take the stairs. There you go, it's 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Here we go, next question. Welche NTC-Workouts sind für den ganzen Körper geeignet und sollten besonders oft eingebaut werden? Right, I have 3 for you. These are my ultimate favorites, and I always jump back to these ones. There's always new ones, and they are great. But what works for me is total impact. Number 1, that kicks my butt every time. Seriously, I'm like, I do talk to myself throughout that work and I think, can anyone really do this? I'm dying. I'm really dying. And I love it because every time I do it, I get stronger. So Total Impact is a fantastic full body workout. It's a 45-minute one, so get ready for it. But I feel like it hits my entire body. I feel like it works on my endurance, everything. Utah's Cardio Hustle. I've got to throw this in because this is brilliant. This is such a fantastic workout. It's short, it hits you, you feel it, and it's the entire body. It's the entire body, so it's a fantastic one. If you haven't tried that one, get to it. There's no excuse because it's short. And the other one was Circuit Breaker. Circuit Breaker I think is great because it doesn't matter where you are, small space, bigger space, if you're at the gym or you're at home. So you can just kill this workout. It's fantastic. So they're my 3 favorites. Write them down. Okay, welche Übung kann ich einfach zu Hause machen, ohne weitere Hilfsmittel? Burpees. All right. I say burpees because it's full body. And you can do a moderate version, so by reaching up, going down to the ground, and then taking your right leg, left leg, jump it in. And just keep working towards that. What would be really cool is to not just do burpees because it's kind of boring, but do like, add a time to it. So turn it into like an endurance type thing. So get your timer out or your phone and put 10 minutes. All right, so first 30 seconds, you're going to do 2 burpees and 25 jump rope, just with your hands. You don't need any weights. You don't need anything. You're just going to jump like this 20 times. Then you're going to wait till it hits 30 seconds. As soon as 30 seconds come, you're going to give me 2 more burpees, 25 jump rope. 1 minute comes, 2 burpees, 25 jump rope, okay? 10 minutes, trust me, you won't need to do anything else because you'll be dead. So that's my home little workout for you. Okay, we're moving on to some nice questions about me, which is really cool. Thank you for this. Wie oft in der Woche trainierst du? Okay. For myself, I'm taking this quite personally. In my diary is written every single day, me. Every single day, at some point in the day, is written in blue, me. That's my workout. Nothing comes between that. If I'm full and a client calls, I'm full. I will never let anyone or anything stand between me and my workout. I'm a better person for it. I'm a better teacher for it. And I'm going to reach my goal. Okay? So I'm never late for my own boss. And I am the CEO of my life. So I train 6 days in the week. Again, this jumps back to what is your goal? Okay, my goal is probably very different to some of you. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. I'd love to hear from that, actually. My goal is to build muscle. So I stepped off the stage as a dancer, and I stepped on the stage as an athlete 2 years ago. It was always my dream, and I'm trying to build an aesthetic body that is for bodybuilding. So to do that, I'm a natural, 100% natural bodybuilder. I do not take anything other than natural supplements. So as a female, to do this, I need to be on my game 6 days a week. And my nutrition needs to be up there as well. So I train on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I have off. And this is so important because that's when my muscles actually grow, is when I rest. So I hope that answers your question. How many days a week do I train? But if you guys, most of you aren't from Berlin, that's why we're here. When I teach, I do try to not do the class. I last about 15 minutes because I just can't help myself and I need to jump in. So I double up on my training sometimes. Hast du schon als Jugendlich viel Sport gemacht? Yes, I had a beautiful opportunity from my family to do a lot of different types of sports. I was very, very lucky to have that opportunity where I was a swimmer. I swam for my state, so I was in my regional team for swimming and state team. And I did track and field. I was not so good at track and field. I was actually a really good shot putter, if you know what that is. That's like where you got a metal ball, like a heavy ball here, and you throw it. I was actually played quite high level of tennis. And netball. Netball is for girls only. Whoop, whoop. And it's like a kind of like a form of basketball. But when you catch the ball and you land on one foot, you're not allowed to step again. So that's quite a fast game. And that was probably one of my favorite sports that I ever did. And then when I was when I was 9, I started to dance. I was terrible. I was like the worst dancer ever. But I loved it. It oozed out of me and I was so passionate about it. And I said to my mother at the age of 13, she said to me, I need to choose what sport I want to do. And I said, I want to be a dancer. And she was like, what about a swimmer? You know, you won gold, or they want you to be in this team. I was like, I want to be a dancer. So I became a dancer. I did competitions and I was really, really bad. I watch videos now and I was like, how could she let me do this? But I was passionate about it and it made me happy and I loved it so much. And then I became a professional dancer and I traveled the world for 14 years as a professional dancer and choreographer. And yeah, so sometimes it's not always about just how good you are, it's how much you love it. And I think that's really important. So I was very, very lucky to have such a huge variety of sport as a child and then have the opportunity to choose which one fits in my heart. Nutrition, ladies. This is good. I like that there's questions about nutrition. Good. Was sind die idealen Mahlzeiten für vor und nach dem Training? All right. Again, bouncing back to my thing that I always say. Depends what your goal is. But eat before you train. Don't go into a class or into a workout and you haven't eaten anything. Then you have no energy. Your food is your fuel. Your food is what's going to fuel you to get where you want to go. To get the body that you want to have is going to come from your fuel source. Your training is going to be better. You're going to be better if you eat right before you go. Okay, so the best thing that you want to look at before you eat is cover everything. So you good carbohydrates, some lean protein, and some good fats. I always say what a really healthy little pre-workout snack is like a Wassercracker, you know, those knackebrot, with some avocado and some smoked salmon, for example. If you're a vegetarian, then you could put on there, for example, some avocado and what else could you put on there? Some beans or something like this. So you've got a good protein source in there as well, or some tofu. And then you're covering everything. You only need 2 of those. It's perfect. It's not a lot. It's low in calories, it's high in fiber, it's great fat, it's got some proteins in there. You're going to feel satisfied, energized, and you're going to be inspired and motivated to work out. The only time that I would suggest probably not eating is if you're really focusing on fasted cardio, which would mean getting up in the morning early and running or you know, fast walking or like an NTC workout at home. You can kind of do that fasted, but that again depends on what your goal is. If you wanted to burn maybe 10% more body fat. But other than that, I would definitely suggest eating before you train. You're going to get a better result for it. If you want to, you know, I know a lot of you want to build some muscle. It doesn't have to be big muscle, but it has to be like a lean, nice shape. Then you have to eat. You've got to feed it. Otherwise, it's not going to grow. So don't be afraid to eat. After your training, keep your fats away. Stick with your protein and your carbohydrates, okay? So, of course, the fastest thing from my side is a supplement. If you're at the gym or you've just done a workout, you're not really going to probably have food in your bag. I do, but most people don't. And that's where a great shake comes in. So whether you're a vegetarian or meat eater, a supplement version of protein, a good quality one, is fantastic. You add a bit of water, 2 rice cakes or an apple or a banana, there's your carbohydrate source, natural form. Have that after your training. You've just replenished your muscles, you feel satisfied in your stomach, and you don't go home and binge eat because you're starving. So post-workout is also very, very important. So have that in your bag, be prepared for it. But that's very simple, just stay away from your fats, okay? So your carbohydrate and your protein source. And I would suggest that through supplement version. If you didn't want to do that, then maybe have like an apple with some natural peanut butter or some almonds or something like this. Was ist deine Meinung zu supplements? Oh, here we go. Vor und nach dem Training. Supplements is such a big question, and I think it's really great that you've asked this question, because I don't want you to be afraid of them, but I want you to know what they are. So don't just take it because somebody says, oh yeah, I'm taking a shake or I'm doing this. Think about what your goal is, and do you really need it? I really need it. I cannot eat enough protein to reach my goal in the day naturally. So therefore, to finish that off in my my amount of protein that I have in my diet, the best thing for me to do is to grab a supplement version because I can get 24 grams in a shake. So if you're not trying to build a lot of muscle, or your calorie intake is around, you know, like 1700, then you can do it all with food. But when it comes to supplements, then buy a good quality supplement. Research it. Don't go to your corner store or your drug store. I don't want to name any names because it's not worth it. But go online and buy a good quality. So my suggestion, there are some great ones out there. There's Heck, who's connected to me, and I can highly recommend them, and they're based in Berlin, in Germany. Then there's a couple of other ones like from other different countries. In Germany, there's not so many, but buy a good quality one. If you're eating clean and you're training and you're looking after your body, don't turn around and grab a cheap version of protein powder, which you have no idea what's in there, and throw that into your body. You've just ruined everything. Keep it clean and keep it of a good quality and look after yourself. So before your training, again, it's going to depend what your goal is. So that's quite a broad spectrum. You don't really need so much if you're going to have some whole foods before your training, but after training, a shake is fantastic. If you want to keep your carbohydrates and your fats low, then grab an isolate protein, and that's going to be higher in your protein source. If you want to put on, you know, have a little bit more, go with your whey protein, which is what, for example, what I have, and that's good too. There's only about 115 calories in the shake. I always drink it with water. I suggest you drink it with water as well. If it's good quality, it's going to taste great. It's got no artificial sweetness and everything. If it's really not your kind of flavor, add some berries or something to it, and that's also a good carbohydrate source. It's going to give it a little nice taste. Hast du ein Rezept für leckere, gesunde Alternative für Weihnachtskekse? You know what? I have to say this. No. Christmas cookies are so good. Healthy cookies are also good. Don't compare them. It's never going to be as good. So move the Christmas cookies away. Create your own. They're not Christmas cookies. They're your cookies. These are Christmas cookies. These are healthy cookies. Okay? As soon as you start comparing them, you're going to be disappointed. It's like when somebody offers me a protein cookie and I look at the packet and I'm like, oh my God, that's fantastic. Look at that. It looks like a real chocolate chip cookie. So in my head already, I have chocolate chip cookie. Can I eat it? And it's shoe. It tastes like my shoe. All right? So an actual recipe. I always say, the thing is, you're on a really great journey. The email journey that you're on is a surprise coming for you just before Christmas. So if you can hold out, keep an eye out, make sure you read all the recipes, because there's a surprise for you for this person who wrote this question, all right? And everybody else has to try it as well. But try some popcorn. So don't compare your cookies to your cookies, because they're never going to be really as good, but maybe something that's coming on your email might be pretty good. Buy some healthy popcorn. That's always good. And with cookies, you can always go with the same recipe, but swap the bad stuff, all right? So for example, instead of using flour, blend up your haferflocken into like an oat kind of flour and use that instead of flour. Instead of, if it's got sugar in there, go and get some coconut sugar. Coconut sugar from the Reform House. It's fantastic. It's so great for your body. It's so tasty and it's super sweet. Throw in some raisins in there, so some rosinen. And don't be afraid to use dark chocolate, those dark chocolate nibs. They're not too bad. And they keep it sweet, it keeps it tasty. So just get your favorite cookie recipe and have a look through it. Take away all the bad stuff and swap it for the good stuff. Then you kind of got everything in there. Put some Zimt in there, like some cinnamon, and everything's going to give it that kind of Christmassy taste. Was sind die besten Proteinquellen für vegetarians? Okay, hemp. Hemp is the best. Pure hemp. Hemp protein you can get now, not everywhere, but in a lot of places. This is the best thing for a vegetarian. It doesn't mess up your stomach if you have problems with like soy. For example, if you're lactose intolerant or you're soy intolerant or whatever, hemp is a pure plant form. So if you want to stick with, go on like on a vegetarian way, then go with your hemp proteins and go with a pure line of pure hemp and add a bit of flavor because it might not taste too great. But it's very good for you. And that goes for everybody actually. If you guys don't want to touch supplements or you're scared of it, don't be afraid to touch hemp protein. This is fantastic. I use it a lot as well. It's just your plant-based protein source. Wie kann man am besten Heißhungerattacken verhindern? Okay, so how can, when you have like a hunger attack, all right, cravings. Cravings are going to come around 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sugar drop, and again in the evening. So this is when my cravings are the biggest, when I put my son to bed and I sit on the couch and I've done everything and I'm like this. What can I eat? And I know that you're the same. It's a habit. I always say to everybody, don't eat on the couch. No one's allowed to eat on the couch. This is like a danger, 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 danger. As soon as you start doing this in front of the television, that's all it becomes. You don't even care what you're doing anymore. So the two things that help me are herbal teas, all right? So now with Christmas, the most beautiful, they always bring out those fantastic like orange with cinnamon and all this kind of thing. Make a nice big pot of tea, have it there. Trust me, that with some sliced up, I know you're gonna laugh, sliced up orange paprika. This is really sweet and really juicy and it stops your cravings. And the other thing that's really good is decaf coffee. This is amazing. I've only just found this out like in the last 2 months. When I'm craving something and I think, oh well, and I have a decaf coffee, that really helped me. So I didn't feel like a herbal tea, but I had a decaf coffee and that was fantastic. I had no cravings and I'm not craving anything in the evening. But if it gets really bad, put your jacket on, go for a walk around the block, come back upstairs. All right, bit of fresh air. Sollte man Krafttraining machen, wann man abnehmen möchte? Yes. All right. Training with weight is not going to make you big and muscly, right? If it does, can you come and let me know? Because I've been trying to find out this little recipe and this little secret for a long time. Girls, you don't eat enough to get really, really big. And the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. For example, if I reach back here to pick up this beautiful kettlebell and bring it over to my lap, I will burn more calories than if you reach over, pick up this kettlebell and bring it over to your lap. Because I have more muscle in my body, I need more energy, I'm going to burn more fat. Okay, so look at it in a child talk. That means for me to walk to the tram, I'm going to burn more calories than you will because I have more muscle. All right, so to build that muscle, as soon as that muscle starts growing, fat starts burning. All right, and you start getting a nicer shape and you feel better about yourself. So get the right plan. Know what weight to do and what type of exercises are going to shape your body correctly. Don't use your boyfriend's workout. Don't be picking on like what they're doing. Find someone or ask us or one of your trainers, what can I do? I need a program. Don't be afraid to ask. That goes back to one of the beginning questions. Know what you're going to do when you walk into that gym. Already have your plan. Write it down. Know what you're going to do. So if you want to lose body fat and you want to lose weight, lift weights. That's 100%. So that's all the questions that I have for today. And I think we got through everything. I want to thank you all for taking the time to sit here and listen to me. I hope that I could answer the questions the way that you wanted me to and that helps you in any way, shape or form. For everybody else, thank you for writing in. I'm going to finish all of those off and you'll have all of your answers by the end of the week. And again, I hope that my answers do cover what you've asked for. So if you really enjoy this, reach out to us. If you liked this Q&A and this video, reach out to us and let us know. It's the only way that we can improve and that we can get to you is if you give us some feedback. Personally, for me, I love this. I would love to be able to do this like every 2 weeks, that I can reach out to you guys and talk and answer your questions. So a little bit from my side. I hope you're all great and I hope that you can finish this year stronger than you started. This is my goal for myself and for everyone that surrounds me right now, is that we're going to finish this year so much stronger than we started it, because I'm sick of getting to the end of the year being all busy and then New Year's comes and my resolution is pretty much exactly the same as it was last year. So let's scrap that this year. Let's get it done. No excuses. I'm with you every step of the way. In every one of those emails, there is something from me. So don't miss it. I promise you won't regret it. Christmas is going to be here like that. I saw them setting up the Christmas markets already. I was like, hello, it's November. We can talk about it. It's Christmas time. So let's get to Christmas, feeling amazing, feeling stronger than we were yesterday, and I'll see you all soon. So thank you very, very much for your time. Bye. And keep waiting until they turn it off. Still waiting.